The message came at 7:42 p.m. A single line. "Come meet me at the Marrow Bar. I want to try something." No emojis, no affection, just that clinical tone she used when testing new ideas, when I was the subject of them. I arrived to find her already seated across from him, her ex, the one she said was long gone. She smiled when she saw me, but not like a wife greets her husband. It was the kind of smile a scientist gives before she drops the rat into the maze. "Hey," she said, voice light, "we were just catching up. You don't mind, do you?" He laughed, slow and confident. I could smell the whiskey between his teeth. I took the seat beside her, not across, close enough to make her uncomfortable. "Of course not," I said. She called it an experiment later. She wanted to see if I could handle emotional control. Her words, not mine. That night, she fed me humiliation in small, digestible bites. Her ex laughed at every insult like a man told a secret he already knew, and I smiled through every one. The next morning, she kissed my cheek and said she was proud of me, proud that I didn't lose composure. I made coffee, poured hers first, and watched her from the reflection on the kettle. Something in her demeanor had shifted, lighter, almost relieved. She hummed, checked her phone twice, smiled each time. The same melody, the same secretive curve of her mouth. Only now, I noticed. She left her phone face down on the counter when she went upstairs. Old mistake. I didn't check it immediately. That would have been reactive. I waited until the echo of the shower stopped. Messages, deleted threads. But not all. Never all. People always forget the fragments, the tiny ghosts that linger between erasures. He didn't even flinch. Told you he was cold. Next time, let's see if he cracks. My pulse didn't quicken. My breath didn't falter. Just a quiet note of confirmation. So it wasn't about jealousy. It was about control. Her control. Over me. Over perception. I became careful after that. Every smile, every word, every silence had to serve a purpose. I started documenting without seeming to. Screenshots, call logs, receipts from the Marrow Bar. A quiet archive of deceit. She thought I was busy with work. She thought I'd moved on from that night. But I noticed the new perfume that lingered on her jacket. Too masculine, too raw. I noticed she started leaving 30 minutes earlier for yoga, but returned with damp hair, not sweat. Once I followed. Not close enough to be seen, close enough to know. She met him in the back booth of the same bar, the one where she tested me. Their heads leaned together like conspirators. She laughed, her hand covering her mouth, her guilt reflex. When she reached across the table and touched his wrist, I felt the smallest flicker of something like nostalgia. Then it was gone. That night she came home smelling faintly of him. She slid into bed beside me, wrapped her arm around my chest, and whispered, "You're so steady. I love that about you." I lay awake, counting the rhythm of her breath. Each exhale sounded like a lie leaving her body. A week later, I ordered the printouts. Text logs, call records, GPS timestamps. Facts. Nothing emotional. The evidence arrived in a thick, unmarked envelope. I kept it sealed until I could hold my composure like armor. That night, I placed the envelope on the dinner table beside her wine glass. She frowned. "What's that?" "Something for your experiment," I said. Her hand trembled when she pulled the papers free. She skimmed, then stopped, eyes widening as if the room had drained of air. "Where did you—" "I just collected data," I said, "the same way you did." She covered her mouth. A soft, broken sound escaped, somewhere between a sob and a plea. I stayed still, watching, not gloating, not angry, just detached. It's remarkable, the silence that follows exposure. It feels clean. The next night, I asked her to meet me, same place, the Marrow Bar. She arrived first, wearing the same dress from that test. He wasn't there. Of course not. I'd sent him a message earlier. She told me everything. Meet us if you have the courage. He didn't. When she realized he wouldn't come, she turned to me, desperate. It wasn't what you think. You wanted to measure me, I interrupted. You wanted to see if I'd break. I was scared you didn't feel anything anymore. I smiled. You were right. She blinked, confused. I reached into my coat and slid a small USB across the table. Everything's on there. The messages, the photos, your little game. Her voice fractured. What are you going to do with it? Nothing, I said. I already sent it to your sister. I think she deserves to know what you've become. Her mouth opened, but no sound came. Consider it my experiment, I added, to see how you handle loss of control. I stood up, left her there, alone in the dim light where she once watched me unravel. I didn't go home that night, or the night after. When I finally returned, the house was empty, her clothes gone, her scent erased from the pillows. Only silence remained, pure, untainted silence. It's strange, the relief that follows devastation, like stepping out of a burning building and realizing the fire never touched you. She wanted to see if I could remain calm under pressure. She succeeded. Now she knows what calm really looks like. And I finally understand, control isn't about what you endure, it's about what you let burn behind you. Final line, I didn't lose my temper, I lost her precisely by design.